Good afternoon. Vice President Harris and I just received a briefing on the COVID-19 by our team of experts. And as we end one of the most difficult years as a nation, I remain optimistic about our future. The vaccines have been discovered and developed, and there's more to come, we believe, give us enormous hope. Our economy is poised to come back and come alive. And I can see a return to normalcy in the next year. I also see incredible opportunities for our nation in the years ahead, in job creation, clean energy, racial equality, and much more. But we need to be honest. The next few weeks and months are going to be very tough, a very tough period for our nation. Maybe the toughest during this entire pandemic. I know it's hard to hear, but it's the truth. As Roosevelt said, I think the American people can take whatever we tell them if we tell them straight from the shoulder. We need to steel our spines for what's ahead. We need to follow even more closely the recommendations to slow the spread of the virus. And each of us needs to do what we can to protect ourselves, our families, and our fellow Americans.
If he doesn't talk about the 2K bill, I'm going to lose my mind.
Brighter days are coming, but it's going to take all the grit and determination we have as Americans to get it done. So today, I want to be clear about 5 things every American should know about our efforts to contain COVID-19 and where the vaccine stands today. First, things are going to get worse before they get better. In September, we passed a grim milestone, 200,000 deaths. At that time, in this very room, many of you remember, I warned that we'd hit 400,000 deaths before the end of the Trump administration in January. Critics said I was being too alarmist and negative. But as I've said all along, I will tell you like it is when it comes to COVID.
Bitch, no one cares about the soul, dog.
It looks like that we're going to hit that grim milestone.
I will suck the soul out of you if you don't fucking talk about the 2K.
America.
The 2K
we're
direct
averaging
payments.
Daily death rates of nearly 2,200 people, which means we'll lose tens of thousands of more lives in the months to come. Hospitals are being stretched beyond capacity, and that's data before we see the impact of the cases coming from the recent holidays and this upcoming holiday of New Year's Eve. People getting infected today don't show up in cases for weeks, and those who persist.
Look at what Biden does to my heart rate, though.
Those who perish from the disease die weeks after initial exposure. So we have to anticipate that the infections over the holidays will produce soaring cases counts in January and soaring death tolls into February. You know, turning this around is going to take time. We might not see improvement until we're well into March, as it will take time for our COVID response plan to begin to produce visible progress. The second thing to know is the Trump administration's plan to distribute vaccines is falling behind, far behind. We're grateful to the companies, the doctors, the scientists, the researchers.
We love the companies, don't we,
clinical
folks?
trial
We love
participants, and Operation Warp Speed for developing the vaccines quickly. But as I long feared and warned, the effort to distribute and administer the vaccine is not progressing as it should. A few weeks ago, the Trump administration suggested that 20 million Americans could be vaccinated by the end of December. With only a few days left in December, we've only vaccinated a few million so far. And the pace of the vaccination program is moving now, if it continues to move as it is now. It's going to take years, not months, to vaccinate the American people. Which brings me to the third thing every American should know. The Biden-Harris administration will spare no effort to make sure people get vaccinated. I've laid out 3 challenges in our first 100 days. One of them is ensuring that 100 million shots have been administered by the end of the first 100 days. If Congress provides the funding, we'd be able to meet this incredible goal. It would take ramping up 5 to 6 times the current pace to 1 million shots a day. But even with that improvement, even if we boost the speed of vaccinations to 1 million shots a day, it will still take months to have the majority of the United States population vaccinated. I've directed my team to prepare a much more aggressive effort with more federal involvement and leadership to get things back on track. We will find ways to boost the pace of vaccinations. But as Dr. Fauci and others have stated these past few days, This will take more time than anyone would like and more time than the promises from the Trump administration have suggested. This is going to be the greatest operational challenge we've ever faced as a nation. But we're going to get it done. But it's going to take a vast new effort that's not yet underway. And to get things, and that gets me to the fourth thing that we should know. I'm going to move heaven and earth to get us going in the right direction. I'm going to use my power under the Defense Production Act when I'm sworn in order private industry to accelerate the making of the materials needed for the vaccines, as well as protective gear. Vice President Harris and I have been speaking with county officials, mayors, governors of both parties to speed up the distribution of the vaccines across the nation. We're planning a whole-of-government effort, and we're going to work to set up vaccination sites
crazy?
And send mobile units to hard-reached communities, communities. And we also know there's a vaccination hesitancy in many communities, especially Black, Latino, and Native American communities, who have not always been treated with the dignity and honesty they deserve by the federal government and the scientific community throughout our history. That's why we will launch a massive public education.
I can already hear the fucking counters right now. Hasan, what do you not care about vaccine distribution? It's an incredibly important thing to talk about. That's why he's talking about it. It's like, no, bitch. Right now, in this moment, is a critical moment. If you want to fucking win Georgia, every opportunity that you have in front of the camera should be centering around how Republicans are preventing you from getting $2,000. Okay? It's literally, I feel like his goal here is to throw a fucking, throw some water onto the fire and just stop it from engulfing. Like, no one cares about this shit, okay? Yeah, you're going to do better vaccine distribution. Sick.
We have to remain vigilant. As part of the 100-day challenge, I'm going to be asking the American people to wear a mask for the first 100 days of my administration. It's not a political statement. It's a patriotic duty. Our administration is going to require mask wearing where I have the power to do so, for federal workers, in federal facilities, on interstate travel like planes and trains. And we've been working directly with county officials, mayors, governors to implement mask mandates in their cities and their towns and their states. Masking has been a divisive issue in this country. But COVID is a killer in red states and blue states alike. So I encourage you all to wear a mask. Encourage your family and friends to do the same. It's one of the easiest things we can do that will make a huge difference and to save lives. Another 100-day challenge is opening most of our K-8 schools by the end of the first 100 days in the spring. Look, we can only do that if Congress provides the necessary funding so we get schools, districts, communities, and states the resources they need for those so many things that aren't there already in a tight budget. They need funding for testing to help reopen schools, more funding for transportation so students can maintain social distances on buses. They need it for school buildings, for additional cleaning service, protective equipment, ventilation systems. This is going to require an additional tens of billions of dollars to get this done. And Congress also needs to fund and provide more protective equipment for frontline health workers who are still reusing masks and gowns. We need to scale up testing so anyone who needs one can get a test. After 10 months of the pandemic, we still don't have enough testing. It's a travesty. All this, vaccinations, testing, protective gear, is going to require more funding from Congress, more than was just approved. That's why I'll propose a COVID action package early next year and challenge Congress to act on it quickly. Look, my ability to change the direction of this pandemic starts in 3 weeks. With thousands dying every day between now and then, let me conclude by discussing what needs to happen now. I congratulate the bipartisan majority on passing the president's and the president on signing the COVID relief bill. It's still...
Wait, no?
It's a step, an important step, still moves in the right direction.
2K, talk about the 2K.
And it will help people in need.
It's Mr. McConnell's fault.
It'll pay for some, but not all of what we need to fix the COVID response. It's a down payment. But now, with that done, I hope the president will also clearly and unambiguously promote mask wearing. I give former Governor Chris Christie credit. He and I have disagreed in a number of things. But I'm thankful he's now encouraging people to do the right thing and wear masks for themselves, their loved ones, and their country. I hope the President Trump will listen to him. He can do it too. It would make a huge difference for President Trump to say, wear masks. I hope the president will clearly and unambiguously urge all Americans to take the vaccine once it's available. I took it to instill public confidence in the vaccine. President-elect Harris took hers today for the same reason. And when the president's doctors recommend it, President Trump should take it and instill the same degree of confidence. Let me also say this to the American people. We can save, all the experts tell us, between 60 and 100,000 lives in the weeks and months ahead if we just step up together, wear a mask, socially distance, wash our hands, avoid large indoor gatherings. I know all these are not easy to ask, but I'm asking you to make a sacrifice. You're already making tremendous sacrifices every single day. It's hard on your lives, on your livelihoods, on your kids, on your families. It's not small what we're asking of you, but we're in this together. And the actions we take now are going to help us contain the pandemic and get us back to our lives and to our loved ones. So the American people, to all of you, I know there's a lot that we have to do, but I want you to know there's also much we can do. We're the United States of America.
I'm going to lose my mind.
Hard times
this
before
is so bad.
And we'll come through this as well.
Oh my God, what is he doing? This is indicative of like how the Joe Biden presidency is going to look like, by the way. If you believe that Joe Biden will tactically use any of the opportunities to shit on Republicans. Oh, he didn't even mention it. Oh, oh my God. Oh no. Oh, he didn't even take questions, dude. What a fucking carcass. What a disgusting, rotten, old, dipshit ass, centrist ass, marginalist ass carcass, dude. This is why we say Democrats don't want to fucking win. This is why we say establishment Democrats don't want to fucking win, dude. He won. He won his election. So he has no reason to actually agitate for more. It doesn't matter. It benefits him more if Republicans fucking own the Senate. So he could just be like, oh, my hands are tied, Jack. We just got to compromise with the Republicans, Jack. The only reason why Chuck Schumer is currently fucking out and about screaming about these 2K Nancy Pelosi and Chuck Schumer are fucking screeching about the 2K payments is because they are, well, Nancy Pelosi not as much, but Chuck Schumer is at risk. Like, they don't want it. Chuck Schumer doesn't want to get primaried. Chuck Schumer doesn't want to get fucking, Chuck Schumer doesn't want to lose his power. Joe Biden already won, so it doesn't matter. He doesn't need to fucking do this. Oh my God. Oh my God. I do not want to hear from a single fucking Democrat, from a single fucking liberal ever again, that Joe Biden and the Democratic Party are advocates for the working class or that they genuinely want to win elections. This is a massive opportunity for Joe Biden to stand on that podium and say, fuck you. Republicans are the only people standing between you, the American citizens, and $2,000. He only said, oh, it's just a down payment, Jack. Just a down payment, Jack. Biden already mentioned the checks earlier this week. He said Trump should sign a $600 bill. Ella giggle. No, that's not what we're talking about, motherfucker. Right now, this isn't even, the $2,000 bill Cash Act isn't even going to end up giving Americans $2,000. Let's be fucking real. It probably won't even fucking pass no matter what, because Republicans are true demons. But what you are supposed to do in this moment, as a Democrat who only fucking cares about, As a Democrat who only fucking cares about winning elections, let's say you don't give a fuck. You don't give a single fuck about the American people. You do not care. You do not care about them getting 2K, but you fucking care about them. But you care about winning the fucking Senate. Okay? You care about putting Democratic asses in Senate fucking seats. The last question before he ran out was, do you support the 2K direct payments? Do you support the $2,000 direct payments, sir?
Yes.
This is horrible. That doesn't count. That's not it. This is fucking insane. Why? Imagine not using this opportunity to make a case for why people should be voting for Democrats in the upcoming Senate race in Georgia. Absolute brain dead. Fucking hate the Democratic Party. They literally do not. Fuck it. This is all. They're not worth the time it's on. Both parties are trash. We lost. Biden already won. They don't care. Dude, this is so fucking insane. It's so insane. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Oh, that's from yesterday. That's not even from today. Oh, shit. That's not even from today. Oh, I thought that was from today. So today he didn't even talk about it. That's not even from. Oh my god. Yeah, new Space Force uniform. It doesn't matter. He doesn't give a shit. Like, he does not give a shit. He has literally not fucking. Like, there is no other way. Sorry, I'm like looking around. I have to run an ad right now. So top of the hour, every hour, 6-second ad break. If you don't want to see the ads at the top of every hour, all you need to do is subscribe. You can do it for free with your Twitch Prime. Twitch Prime is when you connect your Amazon Prime or someone else's Amazon Prime account to your Twitch account. You get one free fucking subscription, and you can send me links and stuff if you want to. I'm running the ad now. Okay, so this is this is such a disastrous way to fucking message around this issue that, like, the only reason why you wouldn't do it, the only reason for the apprehension at a time when Mitch McConnell is literally one of the only fucking people that's standing in opposition to this otherwise incredibly popular bill, is if you truly believe that, like, you are going to work with Mitch McConnell and you're afraid that Mitch McConnell is going to shit on you. If you don't work with Mitch McConnell, he's going to shit on you. Like, it's so fucking insane to me that they will not try to win the Senate race, the Senate runoffs in Georgia. All of these people that are out there, these Democrats, these like fucking well-intentioned liberals that are on the streets of Georgia knocking on fucking doors. It's like a slap to their face. I mean, fuck me. I'm already black-pilled to shit. Okay, I don't believe the Democrats will ever do anything right. I'm surprised consistently and pleasantly whenever Nancy Pelosi does the right thing, or even Chuck Schumer in this circumstance is doing the right thing about the 2K payments. Okay, but like, Joe Biden from the bully pulpit has the opportunity to greatly kick this fucking race into high gear and make a clear statement on why you have to vote for fucking Democrats in Georgia. That's not for me. I don't give a shit. Jon Ossoff does not represent my worldview or my best interest. Senator Cornyn, who was close to McConnell and talked to him for several minutes. Senator Cornyn, who was close to McConnell, talked to him for several minutes after the Senate adjourns, suggests pairing the 2000 with liability shield. Fucking called it. He says he does not support the House's straight up bill. Yeah, they want to fucking poison it. The only way that they will ever try to like get this through is if they fucking poison it with a liability shield, as I said, or with the Section 230 repeal. The Section 230 repeal is less likely than the liability shield, though, because the liability shield at least like is tangentially related to fucking the COVID matter at hand. But no matter what happens, it's confirmed. McConnell, before Senate adjourns, started the Rule 14 process to get two bills onto the calendar. The House passed 2K bill and S-5085 to increase additional 2020 recovery rebates to repeal Section 230 of the Communications Act of 1934 and for other purposes. For those wondering if the Republicans would combine a $2,000 direct payment expansion with the Section 230 repeal, the answer is yes. Yeah. They are, of course, going to want to try to poison it. Now it's in the hands of the Democrats to... Now it's in the hands of the Democrats to message appropriately around it. So let me tell you something. If you are a liberal, if you're a well-intentioned liberal and you watch me and you say, Hasan, other people have told me that you are a bit of a shark, that you fucking hate the Democrats, that you're in the pocket of Russia or whatever, remember this moment, okay? Because in this moment, Joe Biden is dropping an incredible opportunity to literally get Jon Ossoff and Raphael Warnock elected, okay? Joe Biden himself is flubbing a very clear shot here, a very clear and easy opportunity to center this conversation around the 2K payments and the 2K payments only. And none of this other shit. No poison pills, no repealing Section 230, no fucking liability shield, just clear cut, easy to understand for the everyday American. You are going to get $2,000, and the only person standing loudly and proudly against that, the main issue at hand at the heart of the Georgia Senate races right now, the only person that's fucking this entire situation is Mitch McConnell and the Senate Republicans. And Joe Biden, instead of doing that, is talking about how, oh my God, Jack, we got to do mask wearing, Jack. In the first 100 days, Jack, I'm going to kiss all the girls. I'm going to kiss the guys. I'm going to kiss all the girls. He's literally trying to save lives and you want him to play politics? He's trying to save lives? What? You're trying to trigger me, right? He's trying to save lives right now? Chill. You're trying to trigger me, right? That's what you're doing. Do you honestly think this demented piece of shit wants to win Georgia, or do you think he would be much rather blame obstruction of Republicans for the next 4 years as an excuse for not pushing any progressive policy? Honest question. These slimy bastards are showing their true colors. I mean, there's no fucking reason. There's no other reason why Joe Biden shouldn't be campaigning aggressively right now. Also, $2,000 will not immediately save lives, but better off than fucking $600, that's for sure. Closer to saving lives than $600. And by the way, not only that, but a way better way to fucking save lives by winning, if you truly believe in the power of elections, then you're saving lives by winning, right? You're saving lives by making sure that the Senate is majority Democrat instead of the fucking psychotic Republicans, right? Taking control, taking the fucking power out of the hands of Mitch McConnell. Isn't that going to save lives? You dumb bitch. Otherwise, why the fuck would you vote for Democrats to begin with? Otherwise, you're literally making an argument that you should never vote ever again. This saves lives, one, by, improving the chances that Democrats have in the Georgia runoffs. You're saving lives by literally giving people $2,000. And that's a hell of a lot more than just saying, wear a mask, Jack. until the death rate goes down, he's gonna talk about massive vaccines. Oh no, dude, you're fucking done. You're done. I don't give a fuck if you've been subscribed to me for 3 months. Your brain disease is worse than a fucking racist's. I can sometimes talk to a racist and talk them out of being racist in their social conditioning, but this level of brain rot is incurable. Sorry. You're out, brother. I don't give a shit how many months you've supported me. No way. If I were to stick around and consistently have a conversation with you, this would be a worse place overall. Like, the stream would be awful. I don't care. He said that Joe Biden's idiotic and basically just fucking aesthetics focused approach to trying to get fucking Republicans to promote mask wearing by saying, "Come on, Jack, we gotta wear masks, Jack." Like, that's gonna fucking save lives. That's not gonna save shit. Shut the fuck up. You're fucking wrong, and your brain rot is way too powerful, and it almost seems like you just care about owning the left more than actually saving fucking lives. Why don't they just give the 2K to those employed? The ones that actually needed to survive? What do you mean? The 2K is for everyone. Employed and unemployed. It's insane. Is that worth a ban, though? Yes. Yes. Because if he's trolling to derail the stream. So that's fucking bullshit. If he's not trolling, if he unironically has that belief system, I do not want him in the fucking stream. Or at least he can stay in the stream, but I don't want him talking in like fucking like, I would rather have yep cock spammers than that fucking dipshit and his brain cancer in the chat, because it's gonna constantly make me agitated, and I'm constantly gonna fucking spend my time yelling at that idiotic, moronic, brain dead, delusional neoliberal who betrays his own values. The argument you can make, if you are a fucking neoliberal, if you literally love the Democratic Party, you want to hug and kiss the Democratic Party, the argument is simple. Use the fucking 2K checks, even if you don't give a fuck about the 2K checks, even if you don't care about the workers, even if your opinion is fuck the poor, they are poor because they deserve to be poor, you should still recognize that centering the fucking conversation, as many Democrats have already recognized, centering the conversation about around a popular issue for the Democrats to win the Senate majority is the successful way to win and save lives down the way, right? Your point of view is voting for Democrats magically saves people's lives, right? That's why you voted for Joe Biden instead of Donald Trump, right? So why the fuck would you ever defend Joe Biden here in making a deliberate, I believe, misstep and not utilizing this opportunity to agitate further to make sure that Democrats actually win in Georgia? Every moment that Democrats don't use this as an opportunity to reframe the narrative around how Republicans are demons, and that's precisely why you got to vote for Democrats in the Senate Georgia race, is a moment that you've lost. Is a moment that you've allowed Fox News to run David Perdue and Kelly Loeffler out there to be like they are actually on board with the 2K and the Democrats are fucking communists. You have no argument. If you are a liberal, if you are a fan of the Democratic Party and you watched Joe Biden just talk about this and you still are of the belief that he gives a shit and truly wants to win the Georgia race, think about it again. We got Trump outflanking Biden on the 2K from the left. The fuck? I'm with you on this one. Even Minddrive, who is a permanent liberal staple in the chat, is against Joe Biden's actions here. It's so fucking stupid. No, really. Yes, I'm reading 30,000 people in the chat while giving them political commentary, while also listening to you in the background. Yes. Eavesdropping on your conversation as you're having in my kitchen. Yes. Anyway. My mom was just surprised I can hear them and or just participated in their combo.